after a completely benign and pleasant, restful journey, flight, train, change, I've arrived in Leon in northern Spain, which is where I'd got to on my last Camino 2 years ago, from Burgos to Leon. And so I picked up the trail, Pilgrim's Way here, and I'm now going to go and find my hostel of the convent, the monastery. Well, surprise, surprise, I've stepped outside of the train station. I'm crossing the river, and behind me, in that row of shops, is a bar where I had my last breakfast when I was last here 2 years ago, and I would have got the train. I've just remembered I would have got the train to the airport, and so I have actually walked this way before, and I must say I am a very enthusiastic traveller to Spain. Everything that has gone right, everything that could go right has gone right. There have been no delays, there's been no administrative or practical hiccups, and I'm absolutely delighted to be here. Look at these pollarded trees in this late afternoon light. Oh, things are looking up. I've only just arrived. Well, as Bruce Forsyth used to say, good game, good game. There we are, good game. There is something genuinely heartwarming in a very human way about retracing your steps. Even though I only passed through here once 2 years ago, here in Leon, physically retracing my steps literally across this pelican crossing, this pedestrian crossing, it feels very welcoming. I don't know, maybe I've just got Camino cheerfulness, but after a full day's travel, up at 5, plane at 8:30, train at 2 o'clock, it's now nearly 7 o'clock in the evening, so a full day's very pleasant travel with no hiccups. I'm just very glad to be here. Well, I think this is where the guys who are going to do the Easter parade or march with this very gilt, heavy duty, they're going to carry this on their shoulders, and there's going to be, I think, a Jesus on the cross, like this. And I shall be, hopefully, fingers crossed, feet okay, I shall be watching a similar parade in the Cathedral of Santiago on Easter Sunday. Here we are, my friends. This is the first albergue or hostel for my first night here in Leon, where I will set out tomorrow morning. Hostel Las Carbajal. Don't know what that means. Isn't here an ex-Sheffield Wednesday football manager? Let's see. Seems to be here. Yes, indeed. Here we are. I have been welcomed by Maria and I have a bed for the night, and they have already started, but it is possible to go to the monastery service just now for the pilgrims, so I'll do that. Well, I've decided to give Mass a miss. I was hoping that there would be some Vespers singing. I think I've missed the singing bit. And there's a lovely old geezer in his dress doing, I'm sure, a very traditional role, and they're just about to go into Mass, which I'm not Catholic. I am actually confirmed Anglican. And when I left the evangelicals some many years ago, I thought I would do the honourable thing and leave properly, leave officially, if you like. Not that I didn't want to be Christian, which I am, but I didn't want to be Anglican, which I felt rather uncomfortable with, as it was basically a get out of Boleyn clause that Henry VIII introduced. Not much scriptural precedent for starting a whole new church to get divorced. So I gave that a miss, and I tried to officially leave the Anglicans. And guess what? You can't. Well, I couldn't find a way. I went to the bishop's office, or I contacted the bishop's office, and surprisingly, if I remember correctly, the bishop's office for Sheffield Anglican churches is actually next door in Rotherham. And I made contact to find out how to officially leave, and it's not possible. So I am going to, at some point, see if that's changed, because I don't want, after all these years, I don't want to be taken for what I'm not. Heaven knows I'm writing the book on mistaken identity. I don't want to be mistaken for an Anglican if in fact I'm not practicing, or sort of going along, showing my face, so to speak. So I will look that up when I'm back. Now, the only sensible thing to do before the sun goes down is to go and find my bed again, I think have a quick shower after a day's travelling, and find a tapas bar in the vicinity. Catch you later. 12 bunk beds in this dormitory in the convent or the monastery, and I won't do this every day, but I thought, because it's the first time, many people ask me what's it like when you're sleeping in a hostel on the Camino. I have slept in many, and what happens is they give you a pillowcase cover. I'm trying to find the opening for this. There we are, found it. So I'm going to stuff the pillow in the case, and there's also a disposable undersheet, and I have brought, if I can remember what I've done with it, I brought my let's see. I have actually remembered to bring my small lightweight sleeping bag this time. I didn't bring it last time I slept in my plane. So I have my pillow, my sleeping bag, my towel, which you will know from last visit's Camino what to take. That is my dog drying towel from under the sink, which is what I brought with me. And look who I've got to look over me, to to be honest, I don't even know if this is the current Pope or the previous Pope, or indeed, what's the name of the Welsh actor from Silence of the Lambs who played the Pope in a film recently? It's good likeness. Time for a shower. That's how it goes, and then I shall be looking for a nice tapaseria on the corner. Bye. I don't know if you can see it, but there is the most perfect fingernail crescent moon and a star just above it, hovering over this church. Something fantastic is going to happen there this evening, which I hope will be absolute quiet. It looks very old, doesn't it? It looks Italian-esque, even though we're in Spain. That looks 14th century to me. That concrete cross isn't. Or the statues and these trees need pollarding. What a fantastic square. It's still early in March, and so there are not that many pilgrims. Although most of the beds are taken, I notice, this evening. I've just had a quick word with one of the sisters from the monastery on the way out here, and I apologise for missing for coming in late to the Vespers and for missing the singing. She was very forgiving, and I am going to the Sacristia bar for a little glass of Vino Tinto and hopefully some warm tapas. Let's see what we've got. I am in the sacristy bar next to the monastery. I've just written one of my journal entries, died in Lyon, as in died and gone to heaven. Look at this, we have serrano ham off the bone, we have a glass of red wine, and this is some sourdough with bread, and I am going to give thanks and enjoy.